Hello everyone, it's OG from OG Scale Models. I was wanting to make a little video here and talk to you guys about plumbing your scale model car engine or putting linkages on your carburetors and things like that. Um, I've been working on the 55 Nomad pretty steady every night for like 2 or 3 hours. Having some issues. I'm gonna flip you around here. I'm having some issues getting everything looking fine, tuned up in here, bodywork wise, so I can get this painted white and then let it dry and cure and flash out and everything. That I made a scoop for it, pretty cool looking scoop. It's kind of like a grump scoop or something like that. I did that. I also added, built a master cylinder and stuff for the car. Um, I've been working on, let's get on to talking about the throttle linkage and the fuel line, stuff like that. I built a fuel line system for the 427 and the Nomad. Back here in the back is where the fuel line will connect, and it'll run down the back of the block, so on and so on, back to the rear of the car or whatever. What else? Looking good so far. The throttle linkages, though, I was wanting to talk to you guys and show you what I usually go to when I need to know how linkages look on a car or an engine or something like that. I simply go back to looking at old school magazines like Hot Rod. This magazine right here is from October 2002. Okay, and it's it goes into detail. I like this magazine because it actually shows you the engine with the linkages on the carburetors, so you can see what they look like. This article here is called the Shootout. It gives you everything from the power to the look to the price, the tune-up, the source of where the parts is from. Like right here, there's dual dominators. See the linkage set up? It shows you how they're hooked up on the car. Okay, and same over here. Like this is the this one here. It's the Holly setup, dual carbs on the tunnel ram. See the linkage, how it's hooked up. It also depends on the way your carburetors is setting on your intake. Here's a side-by-side cross ram throttle linkage setup. Here's a tunnel ram. Basically the same thing, as the Dominator setup. Here's a dual quad, inline quads. See the linkage? That's what I go off a lot. These magazines are around, guys. You can find them at swap meets. Believe it or not, I found some hot rod magazines at the last model show I went to a few months ago. I went to a model show, and a guy at the end of the one line in the sales part of it, he had a bunch of hot rod magazines and street rod magazines, and all you gotta do is just flip through them, and you can see if it'll help you out building your model cars. I find out these magazines help me out a lot over the years. I've or if you go to car shows a lot, take pictures of the engines and things like that. It shows you a lot. You can pick out a lot of detail from just simply a picture, but yeah, that's what I was wanting to talk to you guys about tonight. A little bit of engine detailing stuff. Like on my 55 Nomad, I used solder for my radiator hoses because it's flexible. I use all kinds of things. You can see right here, I made an alternator bracket and I pinned it. Let me focus here. See if it'll focus. I pinned it to the block. Of course, I always wire my distributors and wire my motors, and this will have linkage on it. It'll look something like what that Dominator setup looked like, you know. Other than that, you know, there's all kinds of things out there. You can also get photo etch stuff through like Detail Masters or ProTech, or there's a bunch of companies out there that has photo etch stuff and detailed stuff. And I think I mentioned that before on a few other of my videos and stuff, and actually showed you some photo etch stuff and this and that. I'll have to go back through archives and see. If not, then I'll be happy to make a video. I'm having a lot of problems though on this 55. I chose to put a tilt front end on it. I don't know if that was a good deal or a bad deal, but I'm having a lot of problems trying to get the seams to match up and stay glued together. I mean, I put a ton of glue on these and this and that, and then I got to looking a little bit ago. I was like, I don't think I've made my scoop wide enough for my carburetor linkages and my fuel, so now I have to go in here and use a Dremel and kind of Dremel this out a little bit down through on each side, which is no problem as long as I don't go, you know, too thin on it. Should be all right. Like I said, I do have another one of these. I got a complete body that has a. I bought another kit when my dog chewed up the one, but anyway, that's what I'm dealing with right now. As soon as I get that taken care of, it'll go pretty quickly. Of course, I'm trying to find a really nice dehydrator. I don't want to spend a fortune on one, but I may have to. It's wintertime now, and usually I paint my garage, but I paint smaller stuff in the house. I got a paint booth that I made and everything with a fan and everything, suction fan. It's kind of hard to do model cars in the wintertime, especially if you don't have that, you know, and things like that. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with now, is the body work on the front end. And like I said, I'm going to put some linkages on here, and that'll be pretty much a wrap with the engine and stuff like that wise. I'm trying to think what else I got going on this week. Hopefully, if everything works out and if I can get the body work done, I'll have the 55 in paint this weekend and things. And then like I said, I'm hoping to have a dehydrator to help cure the paint out. That way I can start getting models done quicker and everything. Usually I just let them flash out, but I'm getting older and I'm getting impatient. So I'm trying to get things done here. And like I said, I've spent, I think it's been about a month or so, yeah, it's been about a month on this 55 Nomad. And I'm enjoying doing it and everything. It's just, man, one thing after another. My dog chewed up the body, which I did fix that body. It needs body work done to it, but it is fixed. And I did cut the front end off of it so I could adapt the nose, a different nose on it. I did do the body work to it. You cannot feel that, believe it or not. It's smooth. I did scribe the door panels a little bit deeper to give it some detail. There's a place back here. I got to fix this pillar, sand it down, and fix it. But other than that, the car is repaired. So this model was saved, you know, as far as I'm concerned. Here's what it looks like with the nose off the other body on it. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty good. But what I'll do is I'll start looking for a 55 Nomad body at the model shows and swap meets, and try to pick it up pretty at a decent price, as long as the front end's okay. And I don't care about the back half, because I got it the back half. But I'll go ahead and buy it, you know, as cheap as I can get it, and then I'll cut the front clip off of it and adapt it onto this one, you know, or put a different nose on it, or maybe use it in a diorama, you know. Who's to say that he bought the car and it didn't have a front end, and he's waiting to put fiberglass front end on it? You know, you never know. Dioramas you can do about anything with. So, but yeah, that's what I was wanting to talk to you guys about. A little bit of linkage and plumbing for your carburetors. It does make your models look better and everything. Look like they're detailed really, really well. I might have went overkill on the fuel lines and stuff like that, but Dominator carburetors are a big carburetor. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had one in real life or seen one in real life, but the barrels on those things is like, one of the 4 barrels on the top is like an inch and a half big around, you know, maybe bigger. They could be bigger. I don't know. But I do know that they're at least an inch and a half around. That's pretty large. That's like, you know, it's a big carburetor, you know. But anyway, yeah, that's what I've been working on and everything. And like I said, hopefully that'll help you guys out in case you ever, you know, think about doing linkages and stuff on your carburetors, or if you've already done that and you like looking at different setups and stuff. Like I said, start looking for hot rod magazines, old ones, or, you know, street rod magazines, any type of old car magazines, Carcraft, anything like that, you know. And you can find different carburetor setups and things like that. Just look at the linkages. And like I said, when you're at car shows, guys, by all means, if I always ask the people, because some people's, you know, they're awkward, some people is, and they're funny about having pictures taken of their cars and stuff. I don't know why, but they are. I myself, I have a lowrider, and I enjoy, you know, people taking pictures of my truck, because the more pictures they take, the more someone else can enjoy the looks of my truck and things, you know. And I even take pictures of other people's cars and stuff because I admire them, or I like the way certain things is set up on them, or something like that. Like I'll give you an instance. Like over the summer, we was up at Good Guys, and I saw a couple Corvettes up there I was really impressed with, and one of them had a tripod setup on it, and I was like, man, that's pretty sweet the way he's got that set up on it. And it was just a small block Chevy with a tripod setup and a little Corvette, and it was really nice. And I had my wife snap a couple pictures of it because I enjoyed it. Because you never know, you might want to build something that looks like it or something, you know. And but yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I've been into and doing this week. Like I said, if I can get body work done on this front end, if it stopped giving me fits, I could get it done and get it painted primer flat painted back flat white, and then get a base collar shot on it, and I could have it done this weekend. I mean, it's nothing to put a couple of tail lights in it and things like that, you know, 2 headlight buckets and stuff like that. So, um, like I said, hopefully I can get it done in the next week or so. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. It is 2:30 in the morning here, excuse me, in Ohio, and I'm just down here and sitting at my model table, doing a little bit of work on the 55 and watching a little bit of TV, and thought about doing a video for you because I was like, well, I wonder if anybody else has ever looked at magazines or anything like that for linkages or something like that. I do. I got a bunch of hot rod magazines. I got boxes of them. And oh, I know what I was going to talk to you guys about real quickly. I don't know if you guys remember Scale Auto magazine. I'm sure anybody that builds models knows this old magazine. They changed their name. I believe they this company went out of business, and then another gentleman started doing Auto Modeler. I think it's called Auto Modeler magazine. Could be wrong. I don't know. Just telling you what I'm thinking. But anyway, I used to have a subscription to this magazine and whatnot. But this magazine here is from, let's see here. There's no date on this magazine I could find. But it is an older magazine. They was celebrating 25 years. So whatever year that was in, they was celebrating it. On the back of this magazine, though, right here on this magazine, Fearless Foiling, it says it was June 2004. So I'm thinking that maybe this was from back then. I don't know. I got boxes and upon boxes of these magazines, from car shows that they've taken pictures at to interviews done with people and this and that. And but this helps out a lot too. Best of Tips and Tech supplement to Scale Auto magazine. I believe this come with an issue. I don't think I bought this outright. I think it come in an issue that I got. But it gives you all kinds of, you know, tech tips and things to do, to try to do, you know, and whatnot. Scratch building things like springs and custom foot pedals. I mean, everything. It talks about peeling paint, putty mixing surfaces, glue on fingernails, the glue for glue on fingernails, I guess. You could use it to make fenders for a model car. I'd never thought of that. Or small scoops, molding in small scoops with the fake fingernails, I guess. Right there, glue on fingernails. That's crazy. But anyway, parts fogging, putty mixing surface, you know, how to do 8-ball shifters, waiting for paint to dry, you know, old center, old super glue, talking about it. You know, I don't know. Removing glue from plastic, that'd be a good one. I'm sure you guys has bought already put together models and having an issue trying to get them apart without breaking things. And, you know, removing chrome from resin. I mean, this is, like I said, guys, when I start thinking of things and I'm having problems and stuff like that, I'll go ahead and pull out magazines and flip through until I can find, you know, how to do things and this and that. You know, putty spatulas, guitar strings. I've used guitar strings from everything from throttle spring linkages to radiator hose. It looks like braided hose, you know. I've used guitar strings a lot before, you know, over the years. Painting window trim. Let's see. It talks about using a fine-haired paintbrush and cutting it if you have to get the right thickness so you won't mess up your windows. And it talks about replicating wood finishes, tinted windows, working lights, chopped tops. That's a big article there on the chopped tops. Painting small parts. I mean, it just, these magazines help out a lot, guys. And but yeah, I'm sure if you're a model car builder, I'm almost positive that you guys have kept your old model magazines, and because I do, and I can show you in my garage sometime. I'll do a video and show you all the stuff. It's gotten out of hand over the years, I'm telling you. But anyway, everybody take care, and have a good morning and everything. Stay safe and stay blessed. On to the next.